Hey, what's up boys, back with another video series. Just gonna do a little series on rebuilding these Epsilon mesh wheels that I got for the E30 for next year. Anyways, we're gonna be taking these apart today. So this is my first time doing anything with three-piece wheels. This is my first time building a three-piece or a set of three-piece wheels, or anything like that. So it's gonna be a new process for me, but we're just gonna go ahead and take all the bolts out today, get the silicone cut, separate the barrel and the lips, and then take the lips to get them dropped off this week so they can get polished up. I'm basically going to be doing this this build series over the winter time, probably in 5 different separate episodes. I already got everything planned out and everything like that. So the first episode is going to be taking them apart, getting the lips dropped off and get them professionally polished so they look good. Well, I'm still looking for prices for powder coat for the faces because I am going to re-powder coat them. But that's basically all this episode is going to cover, is just taking these wheels apart, separating them, keeping all the hardware because I'm going to get new hardware for them. But I'm keeping all the stock hardware, of course. I already got one of the bolts out of this. Let's see if you can see, I already got one of the bolts out. So I'm going to get my impact and start taking these apart. Get all the bolts out, take the faces off. And like I said, it's my first time. The lips are in pretty good condition. They just need a good polish. They're not going to be perfect wheels, but I think they're going to look really, really good. Still original silicones, never been cut before, so they've never been taken apart as far as I can see. I'm getting new center caps and everything like that, so should be a pretty dope series. But like I said, it's my first time doing any kind of three-piece wheels, and they are going on the E30 if you guys don't follow the build. That's what it's going to be going on, is the E30. So it should look pretty fucking sick. These particular wheels, if you didn't follow me when I got these, are 16 by 9.5, 27 offset. So I am going to be running adapters because I have style 5s to put on the E30. So I'm just going to run the same adapter for these. So hopefully I can get a good measurement of what they should be, because I really don't want to buy spacers twice, and I'd rather just keep the one set of spacers on, or adapters, and then just go ahead and swap the wheels out whenever I need to, so I can get the lips dropped off this week. Some guy is doing them for me for $100 for all 4, so I thought that was a pretty decent price to make them look as good as I can. Then hopefully we can get these wheels sent out. I just now found all the hardware because no places really sell any hardware kits for these wheels, so I'm going to get into all that once I get to the episode. But I already got the hardware figured out. It's kind of expensive because these are 3/8 bolts or 10mm or M10 bolts. Most bolts on wheels are like M6 or M8, but like older wheels like these, when it comes to not being like 30 or 40 bolts in a wheel, like some BBS wheels, these were only 20 bolts on each wheel. So it kind of saved you there because there's only 80 bolts altogether. But the way they have these set up is you got your M10 bolt, which is an Allen head, which you can do like ARP bolts, which I'll throw a picture up. But I really do like the way these look, honestly. They're kind of different than all the rest of the all the other wheels out there, like BBSs and stuff. So plus I kind of think it makes it look a little bit more aggressive or whatever. But these are getting replaced. They're 1.5 inches long. They're 3/8 by 24. I guess that's the thread pitch or whatever. But just having a hard time because you can see these are inset right here. So basically you got the bolt, you got a washer, which is a 3/8 washer, but it's like a tiny diameter on the outside. So I'm not sure what you would call that, but I think I found them. Obviously you really can't see back here too much. But anyways, there's a 3/8 nut back here with another like a thicker washer. So from what I was pricing, it is kind of pricey for these wheels to get new hardware on them, but I'd rather not get them stripped and plated and do all that stupid stuff. I might as well just buy the chrome bolts that I found online that are a 12.9 hardness, so they're good hardness. They're not just like crappy bolts that aren't going to be able to be ran with wheels. So let's go ahead and get these wheels apart. Like I said, first time I'm going to take out these bolts, get the faces out. You got your face, and then that bolts through the lip and the barrel. I'm gonna take these wheels in the house, probably get the camera set up, and then start taking these apart. Or I might as well just do them out here in the garage. I'm already out here. But here's the rest of them over here. Really good condition, honestly, for what they are, and they're from '85. So let's get set up, get the wheels down here, start taking out these bolts, and see how easy they come out. Alright, so before I start this, I just want to tell you what I got for tool-wise. Just got this little 3/8 ratchet or whatever, but it doesn't have a ratchet on it, so it's solid. Got that for the 14mm that's on the back for the back nuts. And then I got this hex bit, which is an H8. So this is the metric version, obviously. So I'm just gonna go ahead and try to take these bolts out and see if they come out easy. The other one came out easy when I took out one, just so I could figure out, you know, what I needed for, you know, bolts in general. So let's go ahead and take these out. Oh. As far as I'm concerned, or as far as I know, there's no particular way to take them out. Come out of your hole. Stop rolling away from me, you bastard. So this is what the bolt looks like. I know it's kind of out of focus, but there's a fat washer on the back, which is a thick washer, within the 3/8 nut. And then, like I said, the small washer on the front. And basically what I'm gonna do with that is for the rear bolts and the rear washers, I'm gonna do like gold zinc coated ones. So they kind of go with the gold or whatever, and they're protected against getting rust, so. So let me just get all these bolts out real quick, and then we can smack the face out with a dead blower or whatever so we can get the face out. I can take the center cap off, and then I'll get the rest of these done, and then we'll get these lips dropped off this week and get them polished up so they can look as good as they can. And then hopefully when we're all done building these wheels, they look pretty fucking fire, especially on the E30. So, all right, so we got 2 bolts left. I don't know if the face is gonna fall out or if I'm gonna have to hit it out, but definitely dope having a 3/8 impact. Makes it a lot faster. Yep, looks like she's already coming out, so I don't have to get nothing. So that's good. There we go, boys. And she's out. Here she is. Stop rolling around, bitch. Take out the center cap. There we go, center cap. Like I said, I am getting new center cap gel caps or whatever. I just got them for my Style 5s. So my first time seeing this 3-piece wheel in person. So the gold is actually metallic gold for the stock original paint. You can see back here on this back flange, but pretty fucking tight. All right, so I'll get my knife and start cutting this silicone and see if she comes apart pretty easy. Because I just want to complete this one and then I'll just go to the next one. So, bam. Yes, I know I don't look professional sitting down cutting this, but and this fucking huge ass knife. It's only.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
And I forgot because my tools are in the trailer. Looks like it was made in May of '85, which is pretty cool because I was born in May, but of '91. So, kind of little nuances there. I thought it was pretty cool. I'm gonna get all these lips and everything taken apart today. And then I'll get the lips cleaned up with the silicone off of it, get my little wire wheel out for my grinder before I take them to get them dropped off this week. And then once those are back, I'll show you guys how they came out. And then that'll be the end of this episode. And they're coming apart pretty easy, as you can see. There we go, baby. Yeah. There we go. And she's apart. So rear barrel and the front lip. I'm just gonna clean up all the silicone that's on here. Like I said, I am gonna get the rears powder coated. I'm gonna get them sandblasted and powder coated. just because I want them to look nice, and all that good stuff. So that'll probably be one of the last episodes, because like I said, the first episode is going to be doing this. The second episode is going to be probably getting the faces powder coated, so that'll be a little shorter episode. And then I just got a whole setup on how it's gonna come out. After I get all these cleaned and all the shit off here, then I'll come back and I'll show you what they all look like disassembled. And then get these dropped off this week. When they come back, that'll be the end of the first episode. Then hopefully we can get these done pretty fast. Alright guys, so got everything all taken apart. Got everything here. I'm gonna kind of line them up or whatever so I could take a picture for Instagram. Got all the lips and barrels apart, obviously. I still have to get my grinder with my wire wheel, which is over here somewhere. So this isn't the exact one, it's kind of a different style, but basically I'm gonna put one of these wire wheels, except the cup ones, with a little bit lighter of a grit or whatever you would call these, to clean off the lips. Learned that from watching some videos from unknown coatings on Instagram or on YouTube. But like I said, I got basically all the silicone off with the knife. I'm just gonna go ahead and take that wire wheel and clean up all that. Plus I'm gonna get all this black shit off. You just gotta use light pressure. Some of the bolts were a bitch to get off, like so I had to go get some PB blaster to let the bolts soak. There's only, I think, 2 that were really stubborn about coming off, but finally got those off. So other than that, it's a pretty simple process. It would have been easier with 2 people, obviously, but a lot easier just to do yourself and without having somebody come over or whatever. But got all the hardware over here and the bolts are in this freaking thing. There's a shit ton of them. But not really, because a lot of these wheels have like 40 bolts on each wheel. So these are 20 bolts on each wheel. So I got 80 bolts to get, plus 80 washers, plus 80 bolts for the back and 80 of the big washers. But that'll be the last thing I get, is the hardware for it to assemble everything. Plus, once this is all said and done, we're gonna go ahead and ceramic coat these wheels, because obviously it is it's a bitch when you have to clean mesh wheels, especially mesh that's this tight. And you gotta sit there and try to clean everything, because obviously it gets in these small little spokes. So I'm gonna get me a pump up foamer and everything, and some wheel brushes for when I actually put these on the car, so I can clean them, you know, efficiently. Especially being around all the bolts and they're in those little triangle parts. But I'm gonna take a picture for Instagram real quick and do that little time lapse of me cleaning those, and then I'll show you guys what the lips look like when we're done. And then that'll be the end of episode 1 of the Epsilon Southern Ways mesh build. Alright boys, here's what they came out like. They came out pretty decent. I'd say they're like a good 5-foot lip. Like they look good from like 5 feet away. They do have some imperfections, obviously, because they're original. And he got them the best that they could look without, you know, replacing them or, you know, doing whatever. So they got scratches here and there. Like there's some scratches on this lip. But I think the only way you can get rid of that, honestly, is if you like sand them all down. But for now, they look okay. Like I said, I got the powder coat over here, so powder coat for the faces is gonna go on probably in a couple weeks. So this is gonna be the end of this episode. Just wanted to show you guys what they look like. Like I said, they look decent. They're not the most perfect or whatever, but I think they'll look a lot better once the faces are done. Got my adapters here. Still need to order 2 more adapters. But in the meantime, I'm gonna work on these caps, of course, so I can get those done, and then the faces all in one episode. So I'll probably drop these off like next week, and then he said it's gonna take like 2 weeks, so I should get them back before Christmas, and then I'll have that episode up. And hopefully it's snowing, so I could take some pretty cool shots of the faces out in the snow. I think that'd be pretty dope. But like I said, they look pretty decent for what they are. They're kind of pitted and whatever. Anyways guys, thanks for watching the video. Be sure to watch the second episode when it's up in a couple weeks. And thanks for tuning in.